So, you're thinking about your next big career move, and suddenly you're staring at this whole world of postgraduate degrees. It can feel like a maze, right? MBA, master's, PhD, they all promise a different path forward. How in the world do you figure out which one is actually right for you and your goals? Well, let's break it all down. Look, we've all been there. You've put in the years, you've gained some great experience, and now you're standing at a crossroads. That nagging feeling of, okay, what's next, is super common. Do you go deeper and become the absolute expert in your field, or do you zoom out, broaden your skills, and aim for a leadership role? Getting this decision right can literally define the next chapter of your career. You know, the best way to cut through all the noise is to ask yourself one fundamental question. Do I want to be a generalist or a specialist? That's really it. In other words, are you trying to build the breadth to lead or the depth to be the expert everyone turns to? So let's quickly define what these two paths actually look like in the real world. A generalist, they're focused on strategic leadership. They're learning how to manage complex systems, how to lead diverse teams, how to see the whole chessboard. A specialist, on the other hand, is all about honing in on deep technical expertise. They want to achieve true mastery of a specific subject. Okay, now let's look at the actual degrees that line up with each of these paths. All right, first up, the path to leadership. If you see yourself managing teams, running entire departments, or maybe even starting your own company one day, this is probably the route for you. This is the generalist's domain. And the classic, quintessential degree on this path is, of course, the MBA, the Master of Business Administration. This program is literally built from the ground up to shape well-rounded, strategic business leaders. The real power of an MBA lies in its incredible versatility. It gives you that 30,000-foot view of a business, which is a huge signal to employers that you're ready for management. It's also fantastic for career switchers who want to pivot into a new industry. And honestly, the alumni networks are worth their weight in gold. They open doors you never even knew existed. Plus, today's top programs are all about tackling the big stuff: AI, sustainability, global leadership, you name it. So who's the perfect candidate for an MBA? Well, typically it's that mid-career professional. We're talking someone with about 3 to 10, maybe more, years of experience under their belt who's aiming to climb that ladder, to become a manager, a director, a consultant, or maybe even launch their own company. But what if management isn't your immediate goal? What if you just plain love your field and you want to become the absolute go-to expert? Well, that brings us to our second route, the path to expertise. And this is where specialized master's degrees really shine. Think about a master's in finance or a master's in data analytics or maybe marketing. These programs are designed to do one thing really, really well: give you deep, focused knowledge in one specific area. The key strengths here are pretty obvious, right? You get that deep specialization that makes you a technical authority. These programs are also often shorter and, let's be honest, more affordable than a full MBA. And they give you instant credibility in your field, which is just fantastic for anyone who's still in the early stages of their career. So the ideal profile here is really different from an MBA candidate. A specialized master's is often perfect for early career folks, people with maybe 0 to 5 years of experience who want to build that rock-solid foundation as an expert, even if management isn't on their radar, at least not yet. And hey, what if you don't need a whole degree? Let's not forget about professional certificates. In hot areas like AI or project management, these offer a fantastic way to upgrade your skills. They're fast, they're flexible, and they are super targeted for when you need a specific skill, like right now. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Now let's talk about the options for those of you who are a little further along in your career, or maybe for those who have your sights set on the world of academia. A question I hear all of the time is, what's the real difference between an MBA and an executive MBA, the E-MBA? Well, the key distinction is experience. The E-MBA is designed for seasoned senior leaders. We're talking people with over a decade, sometimes 15+ years of experience. The focus shifts away from basic functional skills and goes straight to high-level strategy, governance, and honestly, the invaluable experience of learning alongside other top executives. And for those of you who want to push the very boundaries of knowledge itself, there are the doctorates. A PhD is typically for those who want to become academic researchers, professors. Then there's the Doctor of Business Administration, or DBA, which often focuses on applying that deep research to solve really complex, real-world business problems. Both are for the deep divers and high-level policy wonks. Okay, wow. We have covered a lot of ground. So now, let's bring it all together.
let's create a simple guide that helps you match your personal career goals to the right degree.
So, after exploring all these different routes, the real question is staring you right in the face. Which path truly lines up with where you want to go next?
This table right here, this is your cheat sheet. Let's walk through it. If your goal is to become a manager or leader, or maybe switch careers entirely, the MBA is your best bet. If you want to gain that deep technical expertise, look to a specialized master's. For senior execs aiming for the C-suite, the E-MBA is literally designed for you. Need a quick skill boost? Certificates are perfect. And for a life in research or academia, it's got to be the PhD or DBA. It's that simple.
But before we wrap up, let's just take a quick look into the crystal ball. In this crazy, fast-changing world, how should we think about the long-term value of these different paths? You know, this quote just nails it. As more and more routine tasks get automated, the skills that become truly priceless are the ones that are uniquely human: leadership, strategic judgment, and a strong ethical compass. And while these are the bread and butter of a generalist education, they are absolutely crucial for specialists too, if they want to apply their expertise in a meaningful way. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. In the age of AI, what's really more future-proof? Going super deep on one specialization or developing that broad strategic judgment? The truth is, the future is probably going to demand both. But understanding which one you want to lead with, breadth or depth, that's the key to choosing the right path for you right now.